Masculine energy is the part of you that is responsible for taking action. And it all starts in the thinking process. This energy makes you stronger, more mission-driven, and problem-solving. Most times, people with masculine energy are competitive but can't communicate how they feel. Your masculine energy gives you an aura of authority and authenticity. Here's what I want you to do for me. Take a deep breath and think of the most attractive and feminine woman you know. Tell me, how exactly does she look? And what feelings do you get when around her? Again, think of the most masculine man you know. What exactly does he look like? And what aura does he exude when around him? These two people have one thing in common. They both have distinct energy around them. These energies are the dissonance that sparks the firework. It's the raw attraction between the sexes. It's natural. The more masculine you are, the more you will attract the opposite sex. Masculinity and femininity are two sides of the same coin. One can't exist without the other. It's more or less like a game of contrast. Masculine and feminine energies have nothing to do with gender. They both exist in all things at all times. Regardless of your gender, these two energies are what make up your psyche. The situation you find yourself is what determines the energy you will learn on. But it's better to level up your masculine frame. It's what makes the difference. Naturally, men tend to lean to masculine energy. Perhaps, it's because of their testosterone, which is higher than that of a woman. Then again, a woman can act masculine. But she may not have the resources to tap into masculinity in a way that man does. Similarly, a man can act feminine but can't tap into femininity in ways that a woman does. That is because he doesn't have the same physiology as a woman. What are the characteristics of masculine and feminine energy? Regardless of your beliefs about gender, there's a reason why men are different from women. Since it has a root in our origin as species, it's not going away anytime soon. Centuries ago, when humanity was relatively small, and survival was the priority, we divided ourselves into groups based on competency and ability. And this grouping was described as the dominance hierarchy. During this time, men were grouped based on their size and physical strength. So, they naturally dominate the hierarchy. That was why men were the hunters in everything involving fighting, aggression, persistence, assertiveness, etc. Women, on the other hand, were gatherers, collectors, nurturers, social interactions, etc. This hierarchical division of labor helped the early humans survive every challenge. In its physical form, masculine and feminine energies are influenced by hormones and the interaction of testosterone, estrogen, and cortisol, a suppressant of testosterone. Generally, testosterone has different effects on human psychology. And that is the genesis of the division between masculine and feminine energy. So, here are some of the differences between masculine and feminine energy. 1. Physical characteristics. Masculine energy is linked with strength and groundedness, while feminine energy is airy, wispy, free, and receptive. 2. Thinking styles. Masculine energy is the logical and clear-cut part of every human. It considers several options and possibilities before making any decision. However, feminine energy is more creative and expansive. It thinks outside the box and sees things other people miss. 3. Core desires. Most times, masculine energy wants to push, conquer, and dominate. But feminine energy wants to be collaborative. It focuses more on team spirit than work alone. 4. Social influence. At all times, masculine energy wants to go in unexplored directions. It could be isolation and ostracism from a group. However, feminine energy wants to cement social bonds. She wants to provide for everyone regardless of their class. 5. Focus. Masculine energy's focus is always on achieving a single-pointed goal. But feminine energy tries to see the big picture and the panorama. And that often leads to a lack of focus. Don't miss out on any of the latest and greatest content. Subscribe to my channel today. The truth is, we all have these energies, and they are always competing at any given time. It's now left for you to either allow your masculine or feminine energy to take charge. Unfortunately, most men and women don't understand the concept of masculinity. Perhaps, it's because they never had a good model of masculinity. For instance, a man raised by a single mother may not have the same masculine energy as the man who was raised by both parents. The former may not have a strong role model in their life, or they had a physically abusive father. And when a man grows up without any role model to show them how to express their masculinity, one of two things will happen. The man either becomes less sexually polarizing, feminization, or he becomes an exaggerated caricature of masculine traits, hypermasculinity. Most times, feminization happens when a naturally masculine man starts assuming the traits of the feminine. These men will end up being too addicted to validation. They can do anything just to get commendations from people. Women describe them as nice guys. Hypermasculinity, on the other hand, happens when you become overly aggressive and dominant and allow your inner monster to become your default trait. Hypermasculine men spend more time in jail because of their tendency to always commit brutal crimes. How to project masculine your energy? Nothing gives a man confidence better than his ability to project his masculine energy. It gives him that attractive pull on women, and can easily assert himself. So, it's essential to learn how to project this energy. Generally, men are better equipped to tap into masculine energy than women. Here are a few tips to help you increase your masculine energy. Be decisive. Women always need a man who can create a clear direction in their relationship. It could be gender roles. Or they just need someone to help them curtail their tumultuous emotions. Women will want to be with you if you make independent decisions and stick to them. You can start leveling up your masculine energy right now by making small decisions and sticking to them. When you start taking small decisions, your subconscious mind will align with you to make bigger decisions that can change the course of your life. Lift weight regularly. Lifting weight regularly is one of the best ways to increase your masculine energy. It increases the production of testosterone and helps you to develop more masculine traits. You can only feel raw masculinity when you start lifting heavy things or doing more physical activities. You need to start asking for things with confidence without guilt, fear, or shame. Dig deep on a project or vision. Masculinity helps you to develop a clear-cut vision. Don't get me wrong, the feminine also has a vision. But it's a purpose that defines the masculine state of mind. The masculine male knows his direction and carves out space for other people to follow. When you develop a purpose or goal for your life, you will have reason to be more hardworking and committed to whatever you are doing. You can start by writing down your goals for the next 1 year and 5 years. Be assertive. You can only level your masculine energy when you start stating your opinion, desires, and facts and stand by them, irrespective of what other people think. Your assertiveness comes from your inner confidence and entitlement. Unfortunately, the desire to be nice has made many guys stop being assertive, and this affects their masculinity. One of the things that help you get whatever you want in this life is assertiveness. It doesn't matter whether it's a girl you are trying to woo, a job you are trying to get, or you need a salary increment. Your assertive will give you that masculine boost to give an impression. Have a strong masculine frame. You can't project true masculinity if you don't have a strong masculine frame. If you don't have a sense of influence on how you see the world and yourself in it, you can't discover yourself. And it takes self-awareness to project true masculinity. If you have a weak frame, you tend to become the inferior version of yourself, and end up swaying to other people's opinions. Generally, women want to feel safe when they are with you, and if you aren't giving them that sense of safety and comfort, they tend to leave you for a more masculine man. I am Majid 2006. Keep learning about the science of men with our channel. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a video.